Hello, this is Douglas from Curing Broke, and today I wanted to go over the book The Road to Riches by Joseph Murray. And in this book, he goes over the mindset challenges people face when it comes to changing their life, making money with their creativity, and more or less leading into faith in order to get to that next level in your life. One thing I like about this book, whether you've gone to Catholic school or studied the Bible or anything like that, it goes into the metaphysical level of the Bible and how you can interpret it as a tool to actualize and change your life based on the stories. Like the stories are actually frameworks of change. And then once you understand kind of like that code that's inside the Bible, you look at it as a totally different book. You realize it was his book that was passed down to generation to actualize, to manifest, to make changes from the inside out. And then once you kind of see it through that lens, you'll never look at the Bible the same way again. I say that with full respect, not leaning in on anyone's religious views or anything like that. I do mean that with respect. And once you go through this book, it just gives you another dimension of a scripture that means so much to people. So let's start off with a couple of quotes that I like from this book. And if you haven't got this book, you get it on Amazon for like 99 cents. I'm pretty sure it's part of the Creative Commons, so you can actually probably find it for free online. But one quote that I really liked from this book was, "You will always be wealthy when you have an intense desire to contribute to the good of mankind. Your urge for service to give your talents to the world will always find a response in the heart of the universe." And I thought that's so powerful because a lot of times when people start a business, it's all about them. And when you put all that pressure on yourself, it's going to end up creating like this negative loop of like feeling like, maybe you're winning, feeling bad about it, then losing and getting stuck in the cycle. But if you come from a service place of where you're serving other people, what he's saying there is you're connecting to a universal truth. In different books, I believe Deepak Chopra talked about this in the 7 laws of success, the laws of giving and receiving. And the more you give into something, the more that you're open to receiving it. The fun thing about some of these older books, when they are retranscribed, there are some typos. So you'll see, you will always he wealthy. I believe they meant always be wealthy, but maybe it was he. And the metaphor that he breaks down in this chapter that I thought was really powerful is, wine in the Bible always means realization of your desires, urges, plans, dreams, propositions, etc. In other words, it is the thing you wish to accomplish, achieve, and bring forth. Water in the Bible refers to your mind or your consciousness. Now, listen to this part. Water takes the shape of any vessel into which it's poured. Likewise, whatever you feel and believe as true will become and manifest in your world. Thus, you always will change water into wine. So what does that mean? This is something that I talk about with a couple of my coaching clients. Some people have a desire to want something, but usually that desire is framed in a negative way, right? But if you bring that intensity to it to be positive, right, the thing that you can either change for the world or see the way how it's positive to serve other people, then you're able to then feed off the energy of the universe. It doesn't have to come from you. There's this point where desire becomes regret. And if you can find a way to find a higher truth that's bigger than you, usually that's coming from a place of service, then you have an unlimited amount of energy to put into the thing that you want to be able to give to other people instead of feeling like you want to take things specifically for yourself. And when you can see things through that lens, now you're not talking about like just making money. You're talking about tapping into an unlimited source of abundance that's always been there. And that's kind of like that, the universe of tapping in. That's just my take on it. And there's one more part because I want to make these a couple of videos. I can easily go long-winded on this. He goes on to say, like, a quote that he got from Emerson: "A man is what he thinks all day long." Then explains, by your habitual thinking, you make your own mental laws of belief. By repeating a certain train of thought, you establish a definitive options. And that's the thing. Once you develop this universal law of mind that you're able to transmutate or be able to make the changes of seeing something bigger than yourself, being able to turn your form of water into wine, it becomes a universal principle that's specific to your experience in life. So I want to wrap this video up with this, and I'm going to go further in explaining this book. But I want to make these videos again, about 10, maybe 15 minutes long, if that. We all have our base level of things that we want, water, right? And then being able to find that higher level, like what is the wine that we want to create? What is that quantum jump that we want to accomplish? There are a few principles that you'll get from this book, but patterns that you'll see in life. When you're able to give more, when you come into a situation wanting to give more than you want to receive and create a change, you then go over the level of just talking about money. You're talking about creating value. And the thing is, you're tapping into the value of the universe. And if it's the value of the universe, there's nothing but abundance there. There's another layer that has everything to give because it is there and it is always. And when you tap into that, people will see that universal value in you. And when that happens, you become the abundance and it's limitless. So that's something to think about. This is part one of probably like many of breaking down Joseph Murray's work. And if you have not gotten this book yet, The Road to Riches, check it out on Amazon or find it for free somewhere online. If you want to learn a little bit more about meditating, visualizing, and praying, check the link below. There's a free Facebook group that I have for Relentless Creatives. Or if you are just someone that's interested in the thought of using meditation, visualization, and prayer to bring your goals to the forefront so they become tangible and you have manageable actual parameters to achieve those goals, check out that course. It's a 10-day challenge that will change your life. Anyway, this is Douglas from Curing Broke, and thank you for your time today.